All right, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Card Talk. I'm Ryan, joined as always by Tyler and Lou. Today will be one of the biggest episodes in a while. We're going to talk about Fanatics purchasing PWCC and what that means. LeBron got swept in the playoffs, over under his back. We have over 10 questions from Instagram. We have Play of the Week once again. There's so much to talk about on today's episode, so stay tuned for all of that. But first, we will start with the usual. We'll start with what's on your mind. I like Lou. It looks like he's like getting ready to go into like a battle, like an Eminem, like what's it from 8 Mile, Lou? You look like you got your like headphones on. You like
a rap battle.
Yeah, like a rap battle. You look like ready to go. Like
okay.
So we'll start with you. You look.
Yeah,
like
I've only been wearing these headphones every week for like 3 years.
Yeah, but you're like you got your head down. You're like kind of nodding. I hope Jake.
Well, because I found this post. I found the post that I wanted.
He said "Mom Spaghetti."
Yeah, Mom Spaghetti. So what's on my mind this week? I saw a post from Lameme James 2 days ago. I don't know if anyone follows Lameme James. One of like the card like meme accounts, just makes jokes all day. Very funny post.
Doesn't miss.
There is a LeBron James SI for Kids PSA 10 from 2003, sold for $690 on May 13th. On May 19th, a PSA 8 Victor Wembanyama Sports Illustrated SI for Kids sold for $1,977. So you have Victor selling for $1,977, LeBron selling for $690. Just wanted to make sure everyone was aware that the hype train is officially rolling. It's getting crazy.
So
PSA
Victor sold for almost $2,000,
which there are definitely a gajillion SI for Kids Victor Wembanyama.
And LeBron 10 sells for under $700.
Correct. Within a week of each other.
That is insane.
Yeah, but Victor doesn't have other cards out.
Victor doesn't have other cards, sure,
yeah,
but
it's a waste of money.
LeBron has 20 years plus of product and
20 years plus of
hits.
titles.
Do you think in 6 months the Victor Wembanyama will ever come close to approaching it again?
Demand-wise, there's so much demand to get Wembanyama cards.
100%. That's of
and
course
there's only one place to go.
Well, there's now a couple now because Bowman Inception came out and he's got autographs.
Okay, so now there's two places to go.
Yeah.
LeBron's got 20 years of multiple products. So
I think the argument in this is LeBron's got 20 years of NBA experience. He's the most, is the all-time scorer. He's got 4 titles, 3 different teams. Like he's LeBron. What does Victor have to do for that card to sustain that price over 20 years? Like I understand demand and short term and culture and all those things.
I'm not saying it's a good buy.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that it's because there's no other options.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
Doesn't make it right.
And there are no 10s. So if a 10 ever pops out, it can get crazy. There's only 1 9. There's 29 8s. I might be turning the other direction now. I might be wanting to get a Victor Wembanyama 10.
Stop. I'm like on that same boat, on that same conversation, Lou. I picked up 2 Caitlin Clark in Dallas this weekend. The SI for Kids. Have you seen what hers sell for?
No, I'm about to.
They're not Victor numbers, but they sell for a ton, hundreds of dollars.
Really?
Yes.
She's really popular.
Super popular.
She's dope. She's dope.
Did you do any Bowman Inception?
I've done 3 boxes.
$350 for a PSA 4.
She sells for a bunch.
Wow, that's crazy.
What else on your mind here, Lou?
That's pretty much it. I'm just fascinated by the Wemby sweepstakes. Everyone, the overhype is crazy. The reaction to the overhype is crazy. I saw someone say if he's Kareem, that's a disappointment, which is like I don't understand how that makes any sense.
Second all-time scorer, like Lakers legend.
That like literally does not make sense in my head, but whatever. So yeah, that's what's on my mind.
I think he's going to be a decent player.
He'll be okay.
I mean, I just think we just go back to this all the time. Like, what is the upside? Jokic? You could buy Jokic patch autos for $200, $250.
I think the upside is like Kareem.
It's too physical of a game.
I mean,
maybe
out of the options, I mean, let's be realistic. Out of the options of where he could have gotten drafted, The last 2 times the Spurs, I think the only 2 times the Spurs have gone number 1, they took David Robinson and Tim Duncan, who are both Hall of Fame centers. There's probably not a better spot for him to have gone in the top 10 to have potential to be an all-star Hall of Fame center, right, or player than to pop in San Antonio. I think it's going to give him the best chance to be successful.
Best infrastructure for sure.
I'm intrigued.
Where would you have wanted him to go?
No, I agree with that. I don't think he's going to be the greatest thing since sliced bread.
I feel like at some point
he's got a lot of work to do.
I think we should talk about this. This is an interesting point. At some point, one of these guys has got to be like the best thing since sliced bread. I feel like we've had a
every year.
We watched them last night. We just watched the best thing since sliced bread last night. Best player in the NBA.
Dude, Jokic
should be 3-time MVP.
Yeah, dude, he's so good. He's unstoppable.
He's the best player in the league.
That shot at the end, like to put them up 6 or something, it got close after that. I realized that, but that shot was like, I told Reg, we're watching the game. I'm like, it's over.
I watched, I watched a good amount of KD over the last 2-3 years. Yes, he's dealt with his injuries. To me, Jokic is in a league of his own, based 100%. On his strength, his passing, his soft touch, his shooting, everything. And that's why when I look at Wembanyama, like if Wembanyama matched up against him for the next 2 years. Man.
Did you see the video?
It's like, I'm going to take you to school.
Did you see the video of him and Kenneth Lofton?
No.
There's a video. Jay, can you drop this video in chat? There's a video of Victor against Kenneth Lofton, the guy that played for the Grizzlies end of the year, had like that 40-point game. His stuff blew up really, really quick. It was on Play of the Week at one point. There's a video of them playing in like France and like G League, whatever. Yeah. And Kenneth Lofton's just bodying this dude. I mean, he's just a bigger, right here. Watch this clip. Ty, click on this and watch him get bodied.
What name did you just say? Kenneth Brown?
Kenneth Lofton.
Kenneth Lofton? I was thinking about Kenny Fareed.
Kenneth Fareed? That's a good dude.
Yeah, beast.
Yeah, I think it's gonna.
He's just getting bodied.
Get his sea legs going. What's on your mind, Ryan?
Well, it wasn't, but like some of this conversation, like I think about that a lot. Zion was a can't miss guy. Like, look at some of the last can't miss guys when they can't come out. Like, who are they and what have they done? Man, I think a lot. Like, I think about that now. Like, Zion was one. Zion's played less games the last 4 years than LeBron, or it's pretty close. I forget what that stat was. Like, one of them's played 5 more than the other. I think about that a lot. I think one of the ones I think about in terms of like that has hit in the last 5 years was probably Ohtani. Ohtani was like supposed to be a big deal, and like he's the best player in baseball. But man, that's an interesting take. I'm glad we had that conversation. I wasn't thinking about like that. Another thing that comes to mind is, I picked the Celtics originally to beat the Nuggets in the finals. That's clearly not going to happen here. I don't anticipate the Celtics winning 4 in a row. Would love to see it, but I think what comes to mind is, let's say the Heat sweep and it's 4-0. Both teams sweep to go to the finals. What a finals that's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Like Jokic is good. Like he's the best player in basketball. Like I'm in on that for sure. Should have won MVP by a mile. Like I would agree with you all the way, Ty. But Jimmy Butler does not get enough love. Just does not get
Jimmy
enough
Butler?
love.
I mean, he's been getting his love of lately,
but I mean, my man's a 10-year vet in the league, 11-year vet in the league. I think it's 10 years.
Yeah, I mean, Jimmy.
I mean, he might be the best guy in that class.
That's possible. That you can get me on.
Kyrie, AD, Damian Lillard, Clay, Draymond, Kawhi.
I think you can argue for both Kyrie and Clay.
Clay's a 2. He's not even the best player of his team.
Oh, that's because the other player is the generational talent of the world.
Okay, that's fantastic.
I mean, look, right. Like, Jimmy's been on decent teams. Like, he ain't got it done.
And he also has a tendency to kind of disappear for a couple years.
Like, he's a gamer. He's a dog. Who was the other name you said? There was someone else. Kyrie. Kyrie,
was he courtside last night, by the way?
Probably. Kyrie mixes it
That's
up.
An interesting move by Kyrie.
As of this morning, Wembanyama, and watch it. you need strength to
You're
be
down,
a factor in the league. You need to be strong. You need to be really, really strong. Think about studs. You're either a sharpshooter, quick guard, or you are strong. Like,
or you're 7'5" that can do everything.
what's going to be a
anything you
good
want on the
version
court.
of Mitch Robinson, Rudy Gobert? Like,
Right, hang on
what
a
are we
second.
talking about?
Slow it down a second.
Is he KD? Like, what are we looking for here? I don't know.
But he could be the unicorn.
KP, like
Jokic is the
Porzingis?
unicorn. Jokic
Like,
is the
Porzingis
unicorn.
had a good 2-3 years, and then he became a piece. Like,
Jokic is the unicorn. That's what Jokic is.
I agree.
A big
But
man that's actually big.
The reason he is because he's big.
Yeah, exactly. He's big. He has real muscle on him. He's got body.
Yeah, he's got that Baltic meat.
Baltic meat. What?
That's that Baltic strength, bro. If you know, you know. What else, Ryan? You didn't get the chance to finish up.
Yeah, looking forward to that. Like, man, love Jason Tatum, but I'm not sure there's an NBA star in the league right now who disappears more, is like more inconsistent than Tatum. Dude has it. Like, he's got it. That Game 7 game, man. 51 points. And I don't think he's made a fourth quarter basket this entire series. Like, I think he had more turnovers this year than he did assists. Like, I love Tatum, man. I want him to be so good, but man, he's so inconsistent. Like, you know, he loves Kobe, right? We joke about it on the podcast how much he loves Kobe. Like, now's the time to be Kobe because you got to come down 4 straight games to 2 on the road to win a series. I don't see it, but man,
they might get blown out again tonight.
People forget how weird that Kobe thing was.
Kobe would have never worn another dude's number on his
That
wrist.
was one of the weirder things that's ever happened. That kind of just like everyone just moved on real fast.
Yeah, I mean it was.
I don't know if you're a Celtic how do you wear Lakers colors? At least just put the 8 in green. Made no sense to me.
I'm trying to imagine like the Jets, like Aaron Rodgers wins 2 Super Bowls with the Jets. We move on, we draft a new quarterback, and like that guy is wearing like a Tom Brady t-shirt to warm up. Like, I would throw up on myself.
Didn't Tyler say Stephon Diggs was like his favorite player?
Yeah. Well,
I mean, we have that clip. We have that clip.
That's I don't care. That's how I look at sports.
Yeah, he doesn't operate that way. I just can't deal with that shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean if
I wouldn't wear a Stephon Diggs shirt, but like I can respect players on other teams.
If Garrett Wilson was wearing a Stephon Diggs shirt, I'd be upset.
If Kyle McCord came out this year with like a Tom Brady like blue and yellow armband, I would hope that they remove his scholarship.
Yeah, I would agree.
Kick this dude off of the team.
Well, you just said you don't care.
Ship Tatum.
What?
Who, me?
Yeah, Tyler.
No, I can respect and root for other players. My team, people that on the teams that I root for should not be like
rules for thee.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I understand.
They're getting paid, bro. That's what
I agree.
The Celtics are paying my man to like cheer on his rival. Like, nah, that ain't.
Yeah, it's a fair point. Anyway, wait, Tyler, what's on your mind?
What's on my
mind?
mind?
We're 16 minutes in.
Yeah, no kidding.
VCon was epic. If you're listening to this, you have to be there next year because it was freaking sweet.
Do they know where they're doing it yet or no?
Nope, but they should know in the coming weeks. But honest, blew my socks off. It was very fun. Got the chance to speak, hang out with people, etc. Then I got home, watched Penn State beat Army by 1. Penn State playing in the Final Four this weekend, going up against Duke, the number 1 team. That's going to be tough. College lacrosse is a really fun game to watch if you haven't had the time. Memorial Day, there's always good action. 2 games on Saturday,
ESPN
championship on Monday.
Lock me in.
Yeah, it's a legendary Memorial Day weekend. Maybe fire up the grill, have it a hot dog or 3. Maybe a Bud Light. Maybe a sausage. Some high noons on ice. And then I fired it over to the PGA.
Dude, Michael Block, is that his name? That was electric. That was the ace on 15.
I cried,
man.
bro.
Did you really? The ace on 15 was crazy.
I cried. It was great.
That was nuts.
I was like right. I think I shed like 1 tear on the hole in one, and then on the post interview, definitely.
Dude.
Found myself rooting for Brooks. Like wanted action, wanted it to be close. I wanted Scotty to push him a little bit, but Brooks was Brooks is the boy.
I also didn't realize that Brooks Koepka now has more majors than Rory.
He's a big game player.
Yeah, they talked about that on Twitter. Like, has there been anybody that's more lopsided with career wins, with majors being such a big percentage of that? Like, I think Koepka's got, 12 tour wins? 5 of them are majors.
He's a dog. That's how I need to be as a.
He almost won the Masters a couple weeks ago. Like, it's crazy.
And he's probably going to be in the top for the next 2 too. I mean, he
Ty,
shows up and performs.
You're the Card Talk resident golf expert here. Give us a little bit of insight, because I can't imagine the PGA loves. I know they're individually run, but I'm sure the PGA cannot love live golfers like Koepka coming in here and just dominating your majors.
I think the PGA old fellas that are running the PGA, like the president didn't shake his hand and said something to him. Like, I think the old cats that aren't playing, they definitely are pissed. I think Brooks is a little bit in the middle, because Brooks, the story really, as I understand it, wasn't like Brooks hated the PGA and then wanted to bounce and it was a better option. Brooks got really hurt, lost all his confidence, couldn't play, was terrible. And then Liv came calling with $100 million. And he was like, I don't know if I'm ever even win another tournament. So I might as well take this money to play good.
$100 million. Oh my
and
goodness.
Now he's playing well. And I don't think he panders to like the thing. He's like, I play golf over here, play golf over there, whatever. I show up to the majors and those are my tournaments. And he's going to keep playing the majors. So that's what that is.
He seems like he just shows up at the course. He's like, I got to go to this city. I'm playing this tournament. I'm just going to win. I'll see you guys later.
The live thing overall is developing very interestingly.
It is very interesting. The way everyone has kind of just moved on from the initial negativity is very interesting.
Well, the players are realizing that are on the PGA Tour, wait a minute, this is actually playing out really nicely for us. So why are we making a whole to-do about
no
it?
reason to be negative. It's a good thing for them.
I saw Rory. Rory said, I'm going to stop talking about it. He won't talk about it anymore. Yep.
But I don't know. It's a little bit weird how they're not like they just straight up stop. Like, no one's watching live. Is that what's happening?
No. Yeah, no.
So like, there's a little bit of a weird thing where everyone's like, yeah, no, it's fine. It's chill. Live is chill, but then no one watches it. So
no one watches it at all. They're just getting paid. But that made the PGA guys get paid more. So there's part like now it's like, yo, actually go Loach. Thank you for doing that and being nice shit on everyone, because we're getting paid more. So and then went right into a little bit of NBA, slept well, and that's what's on my mind. It was a good sports weekend. And I got 2 proper weeks of golf ahead. Birthday's around the corner. Big tournament coming up at the club. Memorial Day weekend. Vibes are good. Vibes are strong. Summer's starting. National is closer than it was 2 weeks ago.
Hard to argue that.
Grand Prix Monaco this upcoming week, Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely, Ty, I love what you're kind of putting in the air here. I didn't really like think about it pre-show, but like Memorial Day weekend.
Big weekend. Big
weekend for Ty with lacrosse finals. Finals start June 1st. It's really the start of summer here. Like, Monaco's this weekend. Finally, after they, the flooding in Italy last weekend, canceled that race. Like, I mean, we're about to be in June.
Yeah.
That is the crazy in itself. The fact that it's almost June in 2023.
Yeah. 24 is around the corner.
That's insane.
Yeah. We're about to be in no sports season. Ryan's about to be a dad. It's like, it's all happening. It's all happening. It's all happening fast.
What happened to like Card Talk 2020, man?
I know, Card Talk Live in the middle of COVID. But here we are, moving and grooving. And Lou, your new background, I gotta say, just looks same but different.
Same but different.
That is classic. I said that to someone the other day that works for me that's slightly younger, and they're like, "Nah, never heard of that."
Same but
different. Yeah, that's a classic saying.
Different.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. I made a deal with myself that I would finish cleaning out my room before this morning, and then I slept in for an extra 30 minutes this morning, and I never got a chance to do it. So
you threw like 5 together in the pre-production. I saw you.
Yeah, I threw some boxes off to the side. We're fine.
Yeah,
we'll get there. I'll get there, boys. Like
it is so funny how similar it looks to the last one.
It's literally the exact same room.
So it's actually like really not at all, but it's just this angle. Like there's like the whole little thing over here.
Yeah, for those that watching, it's definitely the same place.
I promise it's not the same place.
Also, you never hung that picture up.
Nope, never did.
Yeah, that entire time you're there,
because what happened was by the time I was ready to hang it, we were getting ready to go. So it was like I'm not gonna put it up just to take it off and then get charged. Like I don't need that in my life.
And then I want to wrap up what's on my mind, and we got to keep moving with RIP
24 minutes
to a GOAT, Jim Brown.
Oh yeah,
absolute legend for sport, collegiate athlete, lacrosse. One of the greatest lacrosse players of all time outside of his professional footballing career. Just a true sporting legend. RIP and flowers.
Big time legend.
Definitely one of the guys I've enjoyed collecting the longest, man. Like growing up 2 hours from Cleveland. Dude is a different animal. So yeah. Rest in peace for sure.
Another tip of the cap to Ohio. Feels like it just, I don't know what's going on with Ohio, but it feels hot.
Ohio's hot, man.
So that's what's on my mind. We are good to proceed.
All right. I think the biggest talking point today, outside of obviously Ty's what's on your mind, that's obviously top news every week. But I think this week it's got to be fitting that we have a conversation around Fanatics and their recent acquisition of PWCC. I was thinking about this morning, kind of going through like run of show, what we want to talk about. And the first thing that comes to mind for me, tell me if I'm wrong, but it seems like Fanatics is like Thanos at this point, where you're just acquiring all of these Infinity Stones, right? You're gonna have sports gambling. You're gonna have live selling. You're gonna have making the cards with the autograph exclusive deals. We'll get into that in a second. You're gonna have auction house and live selling. I mean, the only thing they're really missing at this point is grading. Not have everything.
Yeah.
But aren't they attached to CGC?
I thought that's what we talked about before with like the eBay authentication and some of that stuff. I thought Fanatics was involved in that, but I'm not educated enough on it to speak on it.
I gotta imagine FanaticsLive in some way is going to plug into that. Where you sell on the platform, people raw, you get discounts just to ship to CGC, and then they do the fulfillment. They'll grade and fulfill.
Whatnot has grading built into their platform. I know it's with PSA. I think it might be SGC, but I know it's with PSA for sure. It's built in. So like if I sell a card raw, like I get a card and I sell it raw, you can choose like if I offer grading on it, you can be like, yep, I want to grade it. And then we send it off for you. And then I actually think I've never done it, but I think it ships. If I offer grading on it and it ships, you say yes, and I ship it to PSA. I think PSA actually ships it directly to you from their platform.
So pretty much as a seller in the Fanatics ecosystem now, you are buying product directly from them. You can break on their platform. You can ship directly to their grader, or you can vault it. You can also allow someone to directly go from, as a consumer, you can tune into FanaticsLive, pick multiple different product to break raw, get graded, and put up for auction, all within pretty much the same user flow and purchase.
Can choose
and I think that's what Fanatics is looking to offer to the sellers as advantages, all same kind of service, same interface, same people, and then what they're looking at is their advantage on the buying side. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, and I also think of it as like everything else Fanatics does is like they control the entire supply chain, or they control the entire like logistics chain of the whole process.
Yeah.
And they're making NHL jerseys.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, they're just so involved in everything. I mean, the PWCC thing is interesting for just a multitude of reasons, but the fact that it just offers, it's just another piece of the puzzle that they didn't have, right? The jersey thing is interesting too. It's like, I mean, at some point they might just get all of the jerseys, make the jerseys, get the game. I mean, they already did the MLB debut patch. Right, what's stopping them from getting the jersey licensing at some point? They're going to get that.
I can't wait to get some debut patch cards.
Right, you're going to get a debut patch card, then they get that. I mean, game use jerseys. It's just, man, they're doing a lot. But continuing on the Fanatics conversation, I did go to the rookie premiere. I want to give shout out to Panini for having us out there. Flew out to LA from Dallas this weekend. Went to the rookie premiere, and I posted about it. But one of the biggest takeaways I saw from the rookie premiere this weekend was Will Levis, CJ Stroud, and Bryce Young. All three quarterbacks were not in attendance at the Panini booth that weekend. My understanding is they were not signing autographs for Panini as well.
At all?
At all. That's my understanding. They've got some stuff from previous products. Like I know CJ Stroud has redemptions fulfilling now from previous products like Immaculate Collegiate last year and I think NT Collegiate last year. There's a few different Stroud autos already from college stuff, but it sounds like those three have been signed with Fanatics. And I saw a lot of comments on Instagram, and I've seen comments elsewhere. And I don't know enough about how the space works, so I'm only speaking to what I've seen, not to what I know. But I've seen people comment around like, because if that is true that Fanatics has those guys do exclusive deals, somebody mentioned that like Fanatics could allow Panini to sign and just charge Panini whatever they wanted, so Panini could get them but just charge more. Never heard of that. That would be news to me. But I think this has real consequences and real like effects on the sports card market in 2023. Either if they're in less product, should Fanatics allow them to sign some things for an upcharge, or nothing at all. We really haven't seen this in modern day sports cards where Ben Simmons is the only example I can think about this in really modern day where like a big time guy didn't have cards. Myles Garrett didn't have cards. He didn't have autographs in 2017. He was the number one pick, Mahomes rookie year.
Who was he signed with?
Miles doesn't sign anything, has no certified autographs, didn't do Upper Deck, didn't do Topps, didn't do Panini. Yep. Yeah, Myles Garrett has no official autograph trading cards.
Ever?
None. Ever. Not one. Zero. For sure, 100%. Doesn't have any. Yep.
Feels like that was a miss, no?
Yeah.
Hindsight.
So Myles Garrett, Ben Simmons obviously didn't have it. Upper Deck ended up signing Ben Simmons, had him in like Goodwin Champions, stuff like that, like the non-licensed stuff. So Ben Simmons had like NT rookies, he had Prism, like he had all those things, but he didn't have autographs. We never got a Ben Simmons rookie autograph. We've never gotten any Ben Simmons Panini autographs. What does this mean for, if this is true, right? No national treasures.
Yes, we're speculating. Let's talk as if we're speculating.
No national treasures, RPAs. Bryce Young, CJ Stroud, or Will Levis. The top two quarterbacks in the class alone, right? No Prism Black Finite auto, no Prism Gold autos, no Optic on-card autos, no Select autos, no Select RPAs, nothing, no patch autos. While I still think it'll be okay as long as Panini has the licensing, it'll still allow them to make color blasts, kabooms, downtowns, golds, patch cards, shields, 101s, like true rookie cards from NT, like gold vinyls, other things, plenty of other cool stuff. I definitely think not having autographs of the number 1 and 2 quarterbacks in the entire class definitely has an effect on cards. But I'll stop rambling for now and let you guys throw some stuff there.
Tyler, your thoughts?
I think it's going to keep. What do I think about custom cards? People launching their own stuff. I think the power of the player will only continue, which will lead to more exclusive deals because they will get bigger exclusives thrown at them, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, I feel like it's just the new era that we're in. Like there's just going to be more, like for a little, at least for a little bit, until Fanatics takes over like the production of the card lines and whatever else. Like there's going to be these situations for the next few years where people are going to sign direct with Fanatics. They're not going to be able to sign for Panini for a couple years. Their rookie cards will not have autographs, and that's just kind of part of the deal right now. I think it's just...
but I think we should also be fair, right? Fair and honest. This can't be a good thing for the hobby.
Yeah, it sucks.
Itself.
It sucks that there's no in the world where they don't have these things anymore for the time being. That sucks because those are always the biggest chases and they're the most fun to watch get broken and all that stuff.
Aligned, yeah.
But it's just a reality of
1,000%. Yep, I'm not here to argue the reality. I understand Fanatics' position in this. This is a business. They are looking to get clearly the acquisition of PWCC yesterday after the kind of report that those guys weren't going to be in it. I mean, they're clearly trying to build the biggest business in cards. They're trying to own cards. Like, can't say you blame them. It's a big business. And they're doing a very good job at it right now, trying to buy a lot of this stuff. But I don't think it is a good thing for you and I as card collectors.
I agree.
We'll never, unless Fanatics buys Panini in the immediate term and has a CJ Stroud card in a Texans uniform, we will never get a Stroud RPA in any Stroud rookie auto in a Texans uniform. It'll never exist.
I hope that they find a way to make at least like the elite products happen, because I think that's just best for everyone involved, including the players.
Agreed. Yeah, I would love to see that. And again, I don't know if that report or that rumor I saw on Instagram is true, if that can happen. But if it is, I would really hope Fanatics and Panini would work together on that. But we'll see.
Hopefully.
Makes you just wonder, like, from afar, right? Like, we're not involved in this kind of stuff at all, but like, makes you wonder, like, are these guys working together? They currently have a lawsuit they're currently settling about former Panini employees. Like, they're in court. This is like public knowledge. So like, this is not like special breaking news. Like, this is public knowledge. They're in a lawsuit about former employees about some of this stuff. Just makes you wonder, like, can you go to court with somebody and then still work out an autograph deal for like NT patch autos? Like,
oh yeah,
that's what's great. Again, business has no emotion.
Nope.
There's no emotion. It's business. We're going to work out this autograph deal because it's good for our business.
Whatever is in everyone's best
because
interest.
This is good for business. What'd you say?
Yep.
It's whatever is in everyone's best interest at that exact moment in time.
Yep. Yeah. Very interesting.
By the way, if people haven't read up about that lawsuit, they should. It's a pretty interesting story.
I do think it's going to be interesting to see what happens. We joked about it earlier, about it already almost being June 1st. We're not, we're halfway through the year. Fanatics has not been in the card market long. They have done insane stuff.
Yeah.
Insane growth in such a small period of time.
Yeah.
The next 6 to 18 months are going to be huge for sports cards. And I think a lot of it is going to be predicated on what Fanatics does. It's going to be really, really interesting to see. I'm excited, but I think the next 6 to 18 months are going to tell us a lot.
I agree.
Yeah. And them getting the product lines all dialed in.
Yeah, it's all table setting right now.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Real quick, I think we have to note. I want to give time. I know we got to move on. Lou and I have beat you up for a long, long, long time about the third best player on the Denver Nuggets. Maybe fourth, but I'll say third. And I think it is worth noting that I've got to give you at least some flowers. He may not play in the finals. He may have a little back injury or something. You never know. But MPJ is in the finals.
And he's playing well.
Swept LeBron and the Lakers. But I think we got to give you a little love here, because while we do give you a lot of crap for MPJ comeback player of the year in 2029, it is 2023, and my man is in the NBA Finals for the first time in his career.
As a key piece, and I mean, thank you. I appreciate that. But at this point, I think it's pretty clear. Probably like 70% of the teams would sign him to a max contract tomorrow.
I'm not here to argue MPJ, man. I'm just saying.
Any team looking to build a finals, a championship contender that has contract room, if he was on the market, would be dying to get him on their
15 and 10 is a max in the NBA
as a third option, and with his shooting percentages. I mean, what's his volume? What's his volume?
Ty, real quick. How many teams sign their third best player to a max deal?
Yeah, like what?
Teams that win championships.
Maybe. I actually don't know how NBA money works anymore.
We should move on. We've got play of the week questions and over under. So Jay says,
okay, hold on.
This is a positive Tyler segment. Why are we arguing?
Because you're still not going to go there with understanding. James Harden's going to sign a 4-year, $200 million contract in the offseason. James Harden.
I would much rather have James Harden. He's the third all-time three-point scorer in NBA history, and we're comparing him to a dude that's played 150 games all time.
Did you watch him play?
Brother, let's move on. This is terrible.
Did you watch him play?
Tyler, James Harden's like the third most all-time in three-point scoring, and you want to compare him to a guy that's played
hill, bro.
Bro, Ty,
Here's the
MPJ's
question:
played like 100.
Could MPJ average 20 points a game in the NBA for a full season?
Easily.
25
Easily.
points a game?
Yes.
Let's
Easily.
move on. I was genuinely trying to be nice. I swear.
Yeah, but you were doing it in an underhanded manner.
No,
manner.
I was genuinely trying to give you love.
That was a pro Tyler segment there, and then you took it to a different level.
Because I want you guys.
You said MPJ was James Harden.
Really recognize.
He was better than James Harden.
No, I didn't say he was better than James Harden. I said if he hit the open market, he would get another max contract.
That might be true. I can't even argue that point, so I'm not going to. Hi, boy. Zipper's here. He disagrees.
Zipper disagrees heavy. All right, we've got play of the week. We've got over under. We've got questions. We've got to move on. Let's get into over under because I think Jay said that there might be a little MPJ in there, so we'll see. But we haven't done this in a while, so I'm excited. Hopefully, Ty and Lou haven't been paying much attention to the card market here lately. Oh gosh, I have no idea.
Aaron Rodgers.
You know, I had to start off the first over under segment in a while with an Aaron Rodgers 2005 Topps Chrome Refractor BGS 9.5 with 110 subgrade. The over under is $2,000. And let's start with Lou. Well, actually, let's leave Lou to last. I think he'll be the most locked in on this market. So
I thought we were doing 1, 2, 3 all at the same time.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
We're writing it down still again.
Well, I don't think that the people who were listening on the pod enjoyed the write it down spot. So
let's say it out loud.
All right, I'm going with.
Hey, wait, brother. Do you not know how 1, 2, 3 works?
We're not doing 1, 2, 3. We just said.
Wait, I thought we were. We were going to say it out loud. 1, 2, 3.
Well, I think we just say a price. I think it's fine if you just say.
I went under.
My first thought is under because I don't think this card is this high. But Jay came on here so locked in on telling us how great Aaron Rodgers is and how great this card is. So this seems like it would be over. But I just can't see an Aaron Rodgers non-rookie auto with a 9 subgrade. It does have a 10. It has 2 9.5s, a 9, and a 10. I cannot see this card being over $2,000 in today's market. I'm going under. I don't see it being over 2K.
I just want to throw in this sold on 29 bids. 49 bids 2 days ago.
I think you underestimate the insanity of Jets fans. If I know a card that's going over, it's this one.
Okay, so we have Tyler's under, Ryan's over, and Lou's over.
I'm under.
You're under, 2 unders and over. It is under. It's $18.25. It's sold for.
Wow. Always happens to me.
Yeah, it's tough.
I hate this.
But I
can't believe it got that close.
See, I figured Ryan would for sure think that I would place it on the lower end, so you'd all have to guess over. So I played a little,
it's too meta.
I knew you were going to try and come in with Jets hype and make everyone think it was over, but it was under. I read your whole come in strong like a book.
Respect. All right, so next card we have a Jokic 2015 16 Panini Immaculate RPA to 99. This one sold on the 17th on 53 bids.
So real quick, Ty and Lou, for perspective, this has got to be one of the Joker's best patch autos. He does not have a patch auto from National Treasures. I'm not trying to persuade you one way or the other. I don't know this. He has a base rookie auto from NT that year, but he does not have a patch auto.
That's a nice patch.
Why is that?
3 colors.
I don't think he was a really, really high pick, if I'm not mistaken. I think he was
the same. Is it the same reason that he was drafted in the middle of a Taco Bell quesarito commercial? Because that's the video that's been flying around this morning. They didn't even do it during. It was announced across the bottom of the screen during a quesarito.
That's disrespectful to the best player in the NBA.
He's so fun to watch.
The number on this is 5,000, by the way. I didn't.
So for those listening, this is like Jay said, it's a Jokic patch auto from Immaculate. It's a nice 3-color rookie patch auto at 99. It's a good looking card. I'm gonna say under on this. I don't think this card is over 5K. I talked about it earlier when we talked the conversation about Victor. Like you can buy Jokic like 2nd, 3rd year, 4th year patch autos for $200-$300. Like I know it's one of his best rookie patch autos. I get that, but $5,000 is a lot of money. I'll probably be wrong on this because he's the best player in the league, but I'm going to say under.
When did this sell, Jay?
I'm going over slightly.
17th.
51.70.
I'll go over.
It is over. It was $5,200.
That's huge for me. Stay in it, boys.
Man, I would have guessed it was under. I would have guessed $4,400.
Gotta
Kids
be
out in the
respectful of the
lead.
goat.
Jimmy
Ooh.
Buckets.
All right, we got an interesting one next. This is a 2021 select courtside Jimmy Butler Black Shimmer 1 of 1 PSA 8.
Huh.
There were only 6 bids on this, and it sold on the 15th. The over-under is $800.
So when did he go to the Heat?
That's a good question.
I'm going under.
You're going under? I think
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
leaning
going
that way
under.
as well. But the
Just
only
'cause
thing that
it's
could
the
change my
8.
mind,
If it's first year Heat.
if it's first year Heat, it is not first year Heat. So
That's what I thought. I'm under. I'm like 680 on this thing.
yeah, I'm gonna go under too. I think it's like 7 something.
I'm gonna probably go under as well. Jimmy Butler NT patch autos, you can buy those for cheap. I don't think Butler. I talked about it earlier. I think he's one of those guys that's kind of underappreciated. Heck of a guy like Kawhi, but doesn't get. I mean, I think Kawhi even sells better. Like doesn't quite get the hobby love. I'm gonna go under on this. I think this is 6, 7.
Unless it sold recently, and then it would be over.
It
but-
sold 7 days ago, which is important, but the Celtics series would have been early in that stage. And again, it is a PSA 8. Like, I'm going under. I'm going to say, and the one thing to point out is Jay said it only has 6 bids. So that probably tells me it had a starting bid much higher. $500, $600. It probably had a higher starting bid.
Which is a bad move by the seller.
Didn't get run up at like 99 cents starting bid. So I'm going to go under. I think this sold for $675.
Look,
I
Himmy
think it went
Butler
over, but I'm keeping
is
under.
a dog, and they're going to get to the finals as the 8 seed. But his career highlights are going to look like starting a coffee shop in the bubble and losing in the NBA Finals.
Whoa,
Twice.
that was
Twice.
a shot, man.
3 hosts.
I just needed to say it as it is.
3 L's.
It went over.
Wow.
$910.
Wow.
Wow.
All right.
Good. I mean, under
Now-
$1,000. That's not bad.
How much was the final?
It was 910.
Oh,
Jay,
I showed this on the screen, Jay. My
Jay,
bad.
he literally showed this card.
No, I understand. So, but this is not the same auction. This closed 2 days later. So now we're gonna find out if
Oh my God. Okay.
the value continues to rise. This is a Victor Wembanyama, SI for kids. It is a PSA 8, and it sold on May 21st. The one you were talking about sold on May 19th. This one sold on May 21st. 13 bids. The over/under is 2,500. Lou, I'll start with you.
I'm gonna go slightly under. I think it's like 23 something, but it definitely has continued to go up, which is the crazy part.
Right?
I want to see what Ty thinks.
We're tied at this point, right?
No, you're up. I'm 1-2. You're 2-1. Lose 1-2.
Tough scene. I'm gonna go over.
Dang it!
I'm going slightly over. It's 2 days later. The hype is real.
Yeah,
I'm going over.
Lou, because you share, can you share earlier what the other one sold for?
1970 something.
I'm gonna go under. I'm gonna play opposite on Ty on this. 2 days later, that would be a 26% jump. Or yeah, 30% jump
time.
in 2 days. Oh, man, I know it's a pop 26 and there's only 1.9, but $2,500 for this Victor Wembanyama. I mean,
It'll be a lot.
I'm gonna go under. Lou and I are going under.
Tie with the W.
Oh,
God,
This
of
went
course.
significantly over 2,500 actually, and it sold for, I believe. Hold on, let me just check. 2,860.
why? I don't
What are people
understand.
doing?
And higher than the previous
That's
sale.
4 LeBron PSA 10 Sports Illustrated for kids.
Jay tipped me off earlier in the show when he was like, these are selling all over the place. It's like there's a lot of different sales that are occurring. I wasn't assuming that Jay was going to start with 4 straight overs, but here we are.
Wait, did he really go 4 straight overs?
No, the under was the Rodgers.
Was it under and then
Oh
overs
yeah, because
the
I went
rest of the
over on
way?
that one.
How about that for reverse psychology?
Hmm.
The only guy I went under on was Aaron
All right,
Rodgers.
this one's a guaranteed under.
I see. I know Jay too well. Too
Okay.
many combos.
MPJ's got to be coming up here soon.
Give me some MPJ in my life.
This is an interesting one.
Oh.
We got a Brittany Griner Color Blast. This one was out of 2022 Prism. Obviously, Griner made her, big reappearance on the WNBA stage this week.
How'd she play?
This one is over under $300 raw, by the way.
Am I allowed to look up her stats since she's been back? I'm just curious.
When did this sell, Jay?
This sold on May 7th. So before she was back.
Yeah, 2.5 weeks ago.
Yeah.
She had a 27 and 10 over. 27 and 10 in her second game back is like kind of nuts.
Man.
Yeah, but this sold,
Easy, Jay. Easy.
Under.
Yeah, I was going to go under too.
I think it's an
I
over.
think it's like a 230.
But this is a guaranteed under.
Jay just tried to persuade Lou that it was before he came back. So that's Jay trying to talk Lou out of.
That's not that at all. But I just pointed out. I don't know if Lou was listening when he was looking up the stats. But I said it was May 7th, 2 weeks before she actually came back. I just was trying to get him all the information.
It's under.
It is under. It's 260, which I thought was a really low price for this card. I feel like this card should have probably done some bigger numbers than that.
That might be the world's greatest over-under player. Just so we know. We bet 100 on that, right?
Yeah, I think it was 1,000 actually.
Okay, we got one more card left, and then I'm going to leave here so you guys can get into play of the week. But this is some MPJ. This is a PSA 10 MPJ Tiger Stripe out of his 2018 Prism. It's a rookie PSA 10 again, and it's a Tiger Stripe. And the over-under on this is $550.
I want it bad.
Somebody pays $550 for the third best player on the Nuggets.
I have a question for Tyler after this is over.
I want it bad.
Ty, you got to go first. Ty's got to go first. Ty's got to go.
When did it sell? When did it sell?
It sold on May 21st, 2 days ago.
Okay, over.
2 days ago?
585. Jay's gonna stay stone face killer.
I'm gonna go barely under. Like
this is either gonna be way under or way over. This is gonna be like one of those ones. It either did like $350, or it's gonna be like 1,000. Let me think about this. I'm trying to think. I bought an MPJ Hoops like 30-year auto in a value box the other day for $10. Ain't no way this dude's out for $550.
Bro, this is a rookie Tiger Stripe.
That's crazy. He's the third best player in the Nuggets. That's overpaid.
Although a guy that's about to win a chip and potentially be the MVP on some Andre Iguodala type.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Don't let him go for 40 that night.
What are those odds, by the way?
$375.
How dare you? $375 for a max player Tiger Stripe rookie year, guys. In the heat of his career, sold 2 days ago. Hasn't ever had back pain in years.
It's been hours since he had back pain.
All over the place today. It is over 6.
Oh my god!
$610.
I knew Jay wasn't gonna do me dirty on MPJ, bro. Come on,
bro. This is crazy.
Come on, man. Really? I'll be honest. I just could read Jay like a book. He wasn't gonna come on here and bury me on MPJ.
Courtney, what was the final score there?
A lot to a little.
That's
Ty, I feel like Ty, you got them all right. No,
I got one wrong.
So Ty, let me ask you a question. Would you be interested in $100 Michael Porter Jr. Finals MVP bet?
Oh. Just straight up? What's the juice?
It's 100 to win 15K.
Oh my god!
Yes. Actually.
You want to do that with me? Let's do
it. Wait! 4 people on Card Talk, $25 a piece. Court can get in. $20 a piece. We can do $25.
In.
Yeah, I said if Court wants in, Judy wants in.
20 each. 20 each.
Split it, $20 each.
Court's in.
$20 each. Card Talk, $100 on MPJ to win
1,000,000%.
100 to win 15K, boys. I mean, that seems automatic.
I will Venmo you the money.
All right, I'm putting it in right now.
Let's
putting it in.
go.
Super in.
All right,
wow,
Jay, is that it?
So
that's
hard
it. I'm getting out of here.
You
guys have fun.
It's kind of like automatic, just for the vibes. If we win that would be insane.
He's winning it.
Judy, you give me $16 when the Nuggets win the finals and MPJ wins MVP. I give you like a couple $1,000. That's pretty much how it works.
Yep.
Oh, God. This would be the all-time card. I'm telling you, I will never say a bad word about MPJ the rest of my days if this dude wins Finals MVP. Ever. Not one time.
What a stupid bet this is. This is dumb, but we're gonna do it anyway. Or it's not.
I spent 16 on worse. It's close, but
you're not wrong. I spent $100 on way worse things.
All right, did Jay say we're doing play of the week or questions next?
Questions.
Yeah, let's do one question each.
All right, we got quite a few questions.
Let me do mine. I have mine ready to go.
All right, Lou, what's your question?
Okay, so from Colorblind Cards, which trio gets you the most money in 2023? T-Law, Ritter, and Fields, or Brees, Manning, and Big Ben?
Easiest answer of all time.
Is it?
Yeah. Not saying it's right. I'm not here to argue right or wrong. That's very, very different. Very, very different.
That easy.
Oh, yeah. Brees and Big Ben don't sell. They don't get the hobby love they should. Have a good amount of cards.
Oh, I thought it was T-Law on its own, Ritter, Fields, or Brees.
No, it's groups of three.
It's groups of three.
Yeah,
again, I'm not here to
somewhat Wembenyama, LeBron situation a little bit.
Oh, wait, Lou.
Sort of, kind of, but there's more downside with Trevor. Like Trevor Lawrence, it could get ugly, and Fields.
Sorry.
What?
Sorry, I completely misread the question. I thought you were saying the question was who's going to sell for more money in 2023. Who would I rather spend my money on? Oh yeah, those Big Ben.
Which group of three players is going to give you more money in 2023?
Yeah, see, you're saying it gives more money, but the question doesn't read like that. The question reads, gets your money. Put it in? Which one are you putting it in?
Oh, okay. I read it as which trio would give you the most money? Would make you the most money.
I see gets your money. Meaning, which are you investing in 2023? It's the latter three.
I think so too. I was going to pick your latter three.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like again, it just depends on what your goals are. I mean, I just bought two big Trevor Lawrence. I bought a pretty big Trevor Lawrence deal in Dallas on Friday. It was Contenders Cracked Ice and a Contenders ticket out of 99 PSA 9. I bought two big T-Law cards. I'm very open that I'm in on Trevor Lawrence. I think he is one of the best 5 quarterbacks in the league. I think he's really, 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 really good. Lou's shaking his head. Absolutely does not agree with that. I
can't wait. I just need October to come so we can get the reality checks.
Lou, who would you rather have, Josh Allen or Trevor Lawrence?
Trevor Lawrence.
I'm not sure I would pick that same answer, but I'm glad you did. Lou, I got some for you offline too about Trevor Lawrence and compared to an NBA guy. I think you'll love it.
Can't wait.
But yeah, I mean, I'm big on Trevor Lawrence, but it depends on what the goal is. If the goal is to flip in the next 6 to 9 or 12 months, I'm buying hot football QBs right now. I mean, I went to Dallas. I was there all weekend. The QB stuff in the NFL right now is the hottest thing at shows. That is what people are transacting. I'm telling you, I'm there. Like Fields, Lawrence, Ritter, Howe, Love, Herbert, Allen, Mahomes, Tua. Like that's who people are buying. That is who people are asking for. That is what people are transacting.
Tua's on that list?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm not here to argue right or wrong. That is very, very different. But that is what people are buying right now. If I'm buying it for 2 years, 3 years, 5 years to hold, there's no question. It's 3 first ballot Hall of Famers in Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, and Big Ben. It's not even close. Like Desmond Ritter would kill to have the career any of these guys had. So yeah, no way I'm taking those guys.
But if it's only for this year, within the vacuum of this year, like the Falcons could be good.
Yeah, the 3. Yeah, I'm taking Trevor Lawrence in the short term. I think T-Law is in for a big year. I think he's going to be the hottest player at the National. I've said that for a long time. Again, I'll be
Midbert. People are getting hot on Midbert again.
Nah, man. Trevor Lawrence beat him in the playoffs last year. They've gotten, they're getting Calvin Ridley. They've added some pieces. Like they got a better coach. It's not Urban Meyer. Like
the good part about the Jaguars for me is like they're the team that everyone's like kind of getting obsessed with and not the Jets. So like that's great for me because the team that everyone's obsessed with usually stinks.
That's fair. I can get behind that.
I mean, remember the Eagles?
I mean, like they're the
remember
Jaguars,
the year of the Eagles?
Everybody. Yeah, Namdi Asamoah, and then who was the other guy they had? They had like 4 or 5 like huge guys,
big receivers.
Yeah, that was crazy. All right, next question.
There's a lot of good questions on here.
That was when the Jets were trying to get Namdi. That was crazy. You remember that, Jay? Crazy times.
Namdi who? Asamoah?
Yep, the Jets were pursuing him aggressively.
A lot of questions in here about Fanatics and PWCC. We've already answered those. Here's a good one, and I can actually talk about this from Dallas. I would love your guys' opinion. Looks like it's from Ian Lee Jensen. Is Jaw a buy or a buy, sell, or hold right now?
Hold. Hold.
I think Jaw's a sell.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of Jaw. I mean, we had very, very few cards, right? I sold most of them on auction. I got crushed. But I will get just to give you guys some context. I typically ask every dealer when I go to card show what's hot. I always want to learn. I want to know what you're selling, what people are asking about. Just learning about the market. That's
the best way to know what's going on.
Best way to do it. So I ask every single dealer, like, yeah, what's hot this weekend? Every single one. One of the more common answers was Ja Morant. It was one of the more common answers. People were saying, hey, if I can get him at a deal, I'll buy them and hold them until his suspension is over, should he get one. But I think people are like me, are like, hey, I don't want anything to do with this guy. I'd rather just get out, get my money, and move on to the next thing, flip it, and move on. Not wait a year, 6 months, 6 weeks, and see what kind of happens and let this guy make another mistake. I'm just like, yep, move the money and call it a day. So it was very interesting to see so many people asking about Dallas. Again, reportedly, that's what dealers told me. But I think Ja Morant is a sell. But
I just think he's going to be a regular season player for his whole career. I think he'll always have a little bit of stigma. You can play out of that, in my opinion. I mean, look at our boy Mike Vick. He played out of some pretty dark times himself. But
Meta World Peace is the number one example of that.
Yeah, Meta World Peace. Switch up the name, keep it moving. But I don't think Ja. I mean, back to my Wemby. Like when I just look at the league and playoff basketball, I don't think Ja can go through 4 series and win chip as the face of a franchise. I think he can sell a crap load of tickets. I think he can be a major superstar in the league. But like when push comes to shove as a guard, I mean, what we've seen with Steph is his shooting ability is otherworldly. I think the way that Ja plays doesn't lead to long-term health and longevity
for sure.
Or being able to get it done as the number one guy in conference finals.
Yeah, yet alone is off the court issues. Like he's not built for that aggressive nature. I just don't think he's big enough to, kind of do what he's doing at the scale he's doing and just continue to stay healthy forever. Like yet alone being the face of a franchise and waving guns on IG Lives and, all of the things Ja has done. I'm not sure that's a guy I would want to keep modern money in when he has cards that sell for 5 figures. And you can buy LeBron James cards for those prices. You can buy Michael Jordan card.
Or Luka. Like to me, Luka is a far better place than Ja.
Would you rather have money this is a great question. Which international prospect would you rather have money in right now? And Giannis, Luka, or Jokic?
Probably Giannis. Probably Giannis would be my take. Because he's got 2, or he's got a ring. He has 2 MVPs. He, I think, culturally is and will remain a bit more relevant than Jokic because I don't think Jokic cares that much from that side of things. He's not brandy, etc. So I'd say Giannis. Then I'd say Luka. Even though I think Jokic will be the better basketball player of all 3. Long term, like when it's all said and done from numbers and awards and all that, I think Jokic leads the pack. From cards, I'd say Jokic is the least interesting.
Yeah,
but Giannis would be the one.
Yeah, I'd probably pick Giannis too.
I would agree. With that for sure.
And he's got his brother doing podcasts. He's all. I mean, it's like he's the guy. Yeah.
Did you see the Jokic brothers carrying Mike Malone?
Yeah,
it's a funny ass video.
You want me to ask the question? Okay.
I have one more when you're done. So.
Okay.
I'll let you find a question real quick. This is a good question. This might be Jay. Is this from your brother, Blake Clopel? Your last name's not the same, but it looks, might be a little.
Is this your brother? Your last names are spelled differently, but is this your brother?
Is this the coaching tree for Jay?
What a
It's
question.
the coaching tree, and he just has the same spelling, but with an L in there. He's the Clopel.
I've never seen somebody with the same. Such a similar name to Jay. Shout out to Jay. This is a good question though. In the last 10 years, what were the top 3 most hyped prospects in sports cards?
That was a good one.
Let's avoid Victor Wembanyama, Stroud, Young. Let's avoid Connor Bedard. Let's avoid all of those because we don't have enough data on them to talk about it.
Zion.
Agreed. 1,000% he's in the top 10.
T-Law.
Yeah, that's.
It's funny because T-Law's hype was like in between his freshman and sophomore year at Clemson field, and it kind of like started to
tapered off.
Taper a little bit, but he was up there. But 10 years, so we're going back to 2013.
You go back one more year, my answer changes a lot.
Yeah, Luck is up there for sure.
Yeah, because I'm going through all the number 1 picks over the last couple of years. I'm like, 2014, there's nobody in 2014. Manziel was pretty big. 2015, Winston, Mariota, Gurley, those guys weren't big enough. 16, I think people sleep on 16 for football because that's Dak, Zeke, Wentz, and Goff, and that was a big deal at the time. That was a really big deal. You got 2017, you got Mahomes, Trubisky, Watson, like McCaffrey. It's one
what
of
about Vladdy Jr.? Those videos
classes.
of him hitting home runs were a big deal.
Yeah, that's a really good one. I think that's another sneaky one. But I think one of the answers for me, what was it? Lou, it's going to be really close to this. I think it's 2014, but I would say Chris Bryant is in the top 10 or in the top 3.
Chris Bryant's a big one. He was such a big prospect. And there was so much controversy.
Chris Bryant was like the can't miss guy. Wasn't there something with arbitration with Chris Bryant?
Yeah, that was the whole thing. They kept him down for the extra year, blah, blah, blah. That was when the Cubs were like peaking too because they were about to win that World Series. That's a good one. So
my top 3, again, there's probably some I'm gonna miss.
There's so many.
I would say it's Zion, Chris Bryant, and Ohtani. Those
not
would be
McDavid.
McDavid was big, but like Ohtani was like right as peak market was going up. Chris
There's
Bryant.
A lot of baseball ones, boys. Sneaky.
Yeah.
Hey, baseball's back.
Baseball is the
big
best
attendance.
Would you say Ohtani when Ohtani was coming out? There was the GIF there. When the Ohtani Super Factor was pulled, it was on display at the National that year. Like, I think that was bigger than McDavid. Like, McDavid, again, his generation was the best player in hockey by a mile. But I just don't think hockey creates the same buzz as an international prospect like Ohtani does. I'm taking Ohtani, and I lived through Chris Bryant. Like, that was a big deal, Chris Bryant, man. I don't even like baseball. This is recency bias, and also I hate Ohtani. But I think you're underrating the Vladdy videos. Those were way bigger hype lead up than Ohtani. I feel like Ohtani kind of just came onto the scene. I don't know. Not exactly came onto the scene, but there was videos for like a year and a half of Vlad hitting quadrillion-foot home runs. Yeah, I think we're splitting hairs at this point. I think they're definitely top 5, top 10
both.
together
Yeah,
for sure. Both, yeah. Like McDavid's up there. Luck, again, you get in there. You get into the 2016 football because there's a lot. But if I'm picking 3 that I remember, like these were insane, to me, it's Ohtani, Chris Bryant, and Zion. Zion is, to me, the number 1.
That's a fun list.
It changed cards so much. It was the biggest thing. It set everything on fire. That was COVID. The market was hot. Like, Zion was... It was nuts. But yeah, I'm taking those 3.
No love for Christian Pulisic.
I'm not sure Hershey Holland or
this new guy's supposed to be even better than Pulisic. So
the Pennsylvania Pele and we've been just bamboozled so many times on Pulisic.
Apparently, we stole some kid from some other country who's a beast. So
the Arsenal striker, right, Ty?
Yeah, Falona.
Yeah, see him in 16 years when has an assist in a World Cup or something.
All right, so I've asked a couple last ones for you.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's from my dear friend D-Rock. So we don't do this on the show too much, but D-Rock fired away a question that I want to give some love to. He said he'd love this answered on the next episode so I can share the answer on my socials. And because he genuinely is interested in this question. If I wanted to purchase something now that would be a good return of investment by the Nationals this year, what would you recommend purchasing for $300 to $500?
For for $300 to $500. Ryan, you probably know this better than us.
Yeah, I mean, I'm so biased. That's the problem. So let me think of something outside of one of the QBs, because I think the QB stuff will be the hottest at the National. I think one of the things you'll see that's pretty hot at the National that I've seen a lot more uptick recently in is like Hall of Fame vintage baseball, football, basketball. I would find again, for $300 to $500, like you're not going to be able to get early stuff of a lot of the best guys, but to me, I'm finding some Hall of Fame baseball mid grade, 2, 3, 4, that looks good, has good eye appeal of some of the all time guys, the Mantles, Mays, Aaron, Koufax, just you go down the list, and that's. Again, if short term, I will stand by it for so long. I've been in cars. I love it. 14 straight Nationals. QB football is hot at the National. It has been. It always will be. I can tell you for going to so many, it is what people will want. So that's the easy answer. But I think if I'm looking outside of that bubble, I'm taking like the mid grade vintage, the best looking cards I can get of the Hall of Fame guys, something like that. I think that would be pretty popular.
My head immediately goes to entertainment, fringe entertainment. Finding maybe there's some sort of Lorcano or the Disney 100 raw, trying to grade it and then move it there, or like one of the Star Wars Sapphires that are just kind of at a decent price and try and flip it for 20% more. If you buy a card for $300, you sell it for $360 cash. That's 20% margin. So I think that's what I would I do. And the reason I say that is just because I think that younger demo, and if you're just looking to buy one or two things, you're probably not heavy into the dealing, looking to make a flip. That's where I would look. That's where I would look.
Yeah. I was the other thing I would say is maybe like some kind of booster, or like what are those things you get at like Target or whatever for a recent Pokemon release? Those always go up over time. Like it's just a matter of how much it goes up between now and July.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah.
All right, and then one more quick one. Just wanted to make sure we get this out there. FanaticsLive sent us a question and said, "Are you fellas really ready for what's about to happen here?" I think FanaticsLive is officially getting in the mix on social. They got their pages launched.
Can we show it? Can you show that?
They got their question. They got their wait list rocking. It's happening.
They do. Are you fellas really ready for what's about to happen here? I'm excited.
Should be.
I'm trying to get on there myself. Do a couple interviews on there, break some stuff on there, a little card talk on Fanatics Live. That'd be fun. Yeah, I'm ready. Is my true answer. There's some unknowns, but stay ready. You don't got to get ready.
I want to get on there and break the weirdest stuff on there, like the stuff that no one else is ripping. I want to rip like the disc golf cards on there.
I just want a Harry Potter art box. I'm reading Harry Potter again right now.
Are you really?
Glorious. Yeah, it's so fun.
Wow.
That's the number one card on my want list, and probably will be till the end of time, is the quad auto or the triple auto.
It's a big time card.
Triple auto.
We've been talking about that card and that set forever. All right. Sorry, Jay.
Oh, yeah. Play of the week. We got to go. Shout out to the great questions this week. There were so many. I think
we were planning on a 45-minute show this week, by the way.
Yeah, we were planning on 45 minutes, and we're deep.
Can I read this week?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
All right. First question from first submission from Card Sales. Play of the week submission. Flew to the Dallas Card Show from the UK with the intention of picking up some lesser-known soccer players from value boxes for a UK whatnot stream. In a showcase, a dealer had I don't know how to say this name, Ty.
Mukoko.
Kaboom from the recent Donruss set. Scanning it, I knew it was a pop one and know they're a tough grade. I offered him $550. The dealer said $575. We agreed and we're both happy. In the hotel room, I posted it for $810 US, had an offer for $750 US and accepted. Got $525 after fees. He bought it at 4 p.m. Posted it at 4:45 on eBay and Instagram, and it sold at 5:30. Made $150 in 90 minutes. Looking forward to seeing you guys at a UK show again sometime soon.
I love this. It's just literally made my day. I don't know why Jay said that's my play. Oh, my play by the show list on eBay at the show.
Classic move.
We could have just sent this to Loot or to D-Rock too. But the reason I went with my answer for D-Rock is because I think when it comes to certain sports, there's people that are deeply knowledgeable and those that aren't. Shout out the UK fam, the London Car Show peeps. I was actually just DMing with them last night. They have 2 upcoming shows. That one of I will most definitely be attending. I think there's one in August and one again in November, and I can't wait to get my ass over there. Shout out Premier League, Manchester City. I hate you, and they just won the Premier League, and then they're probably
Wait.
United.
They did?
They won the Premier League. Yeah,
It's locked up. It's over.
yeah. They did the Walk of Honor, the whole thing, Badge of Honor.
Man, maybe I'm
Trophies.
not in the space enough, but I didn't see that at all.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
You're not in the soccer space? That's a
United has 2 more games. They played tomorrow, Thursday. They need 1 point to lock up Champions League successful season, finishing 4th and keep moving forward. Then we got FA Cup on June 2nd against City, where they're probably going to wax us 4-1. But then they play the next Saturday in the Champions League final for their first ever Champions League against Inter Milan, which they will be heavily favored. And Pep says there is no dynasty unless they win a Champions League.
Heck of a play.
Heck of a play by card sales. JPZ. Just got back into the hobby this year after collecting when I was younger. I read about the MVP buyback program for Topps Chrome Baseball and found a local shop that was participating. I bought a Chrome hobby box, assuming I'd at least get some of the money back on the buyback cards. Didn't get much from that box, but I did pull 2 base Aaron Judges. I bought them to my LCS expecting 20 each, but when I got there, I was given a $30 credit each and put the 60 toward the 2023 Series 1 baseball hobby box. It's a smart idea. I had a Bryce Harper Golden Mirror SSP and an Adley Rutschman rookie auto in the same box. I took advantage of the SGC $9 grading for Series 1 and sent both cards out. Got a gem on the Adley and a 9.5 on the Harper. This past week, I sold both cards on eBay, $340 for the Adley and $325 for the Harper. Needless to say, I'm hooked again and excited to be back in the game. I mean, this is
the kind of stuff that gets you, hook, line, and sinker.
That's right. And it's also a good job to be aware of if you're new in the hobby, it's a good job to be aware of the buyback program, the SGC deal they were running for Top Series 1. Like, it's a good job by JPZ. Welcome to the hobby. Welcome back to the hobby.
JPZ's my guy.
Yeah, that's a heck of a play.
Haven't heard from JPZ in minutes.
It's been a few minutes.
Yeah, it's been
Golden Mirror SSP. Kind of cool.
Those are sweet.
That's the set that the one guy did for the 250K, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That was that.
All right, what's next?
Special one. Mourinho. I love the footy. Let's go.
I think you should.
This is a nice card. This is a nice card. This is a really nice card and 2 great players. Play of the week sub. This was another, I was going to say, Joao Elite. He was a big prospect. Play of the week sub from Special One Cards. If you're not early, you're late, which is right, is what he says in his bio. Play of the week sub. Time is time. I bought a Rafael Leao, Joao Felix, orange to 25 connections out of World Cup Prism for $125. I then graded it, and it came back a 10. I then spent 2 months negotiating with someone from South Korea for the gold version of the card.
2 months?
Numbered 1 of 10. I had initially offered $375 in mid-January and got a decline. After a few weeks in mid-February, I offered $200, and the offer was accepted on eBay. Gotcha. The week after the purchase, I sold the orange of 25 for $415. Sent the gold to PSA, and it came back at 10. I'd spent $145 with grading on the first card, sold it for $415, then turned around and bought the gold and graded it for $253. At the end of the day, I was able to upgrade a card using the first card to fund the purchase of the gold and grading. It left me with a profit of $17. Guess I can buy a few drinks to celebrate if you're living in the Midwest, maybe. Anyways, end of the day, you can upgrade the card if you put in the work. AKA if you negotiate with someone from South Korea for 2 months.
That's excellent work.
My man Ty had to throw in a little bit of the old Midwest here for $17 on drinks.
You're getting a Budweiser for $17 in New York City, maybe. That's
a heck of a play. I love the little the process there to be like, hey, I'm gonna do a little bit of work, take this card, go from orange to gold, and have $17. I mean, basically a free upgrade for doing a little bit of work.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing.
A raw orange to a PSA 10 for no money. Gold seems like a pretty good win.
I agree. That's a nice pickup. Beautiful card. Two great players. The future of the Portuguese national team right there.
Jay?
I would love to speak to the seller who was going back and forth for 2 months too. I think that was the last one. Oh,
Grinding with South Korea.
All right, Card Adams says, being a small-time Australian collector, the cost of shipping from the U.S. is prohibitively expensive. One of the things I like to do now is buy cheap redemptions from U.S. Facebook groups and eBay, and if the seller has a decent feedback or vouchers, just get them to send me the code via Messenger instead of the physical redemption card. As shipping is included in redemptions, this effectively passes on the cost of shipping to Australia, around $22 US dollar, to Panini, a rare win for collectors. I then try to use the redeemed cards when they arrive to trade into PC pieces locally. Using this method, I picked up a Julius Randle 21-22 National Treasures Clutch Factors at a 49 redemption card for $4.25 in November of last year. Redemption was fulfilled almost immediately, and I had took the card in hand by Christmas. I took it to a few trade nights here in Australia and didn't get much love, so I decided to list on eBay for $125 or best offer.
love that.
Jay, is there more here? It looks like
Did
it's
he sell
sold.
it?
I mean, it's got a sold thing on it.
Let's see if I can find how much it sold for. It sold for $99. Okay.
So he sold it for $99. Wow. It's got to
Doesn't
be a
that
little.
99 have a strike through it?
Yeah, I think it's like the best offer thing.
Either way, it appears it sold for more than $4.25. And that's a heck of a play because, again, with $22 to the U.S., it would have definitely cost you a good bit more to buy this card and actually ship it. So
Yep.
definitely a good amount of money.
It's a good play card to Dom. I respect Julius Randle. I respect your interest in the man.
He's gone, right?
Mentally. Physically. we're
Well,
not sure
physically
yet.
from New York.
I don't think Ty could vote for this one just because of his current opinion on Julius Randle.
Yeah.
I like JPZ as a winner.
I like Mukoku. I like card sales sailing over the Atlantic to come to a nice Dallas show.
Man, this is tough. I like the Mukoku one, but they didn't sell the card at the end. And this one takes a little bit of luck. JPC would be close for me, so I can understand that. But I'm going to go with the is it Mukoku? I like the Dallas card show play. I like coming there, flipping it in 90 minutes, making $150. First time in Dallas. It's one of the best shows in the country. I like this one. UK guy. I love the the London card show. I'm hoping to go back there one day. So yeah, I'm gonna go card
flight home.
Yeah, I'm gonna go card sales.
Congrats to
Card sales. Appreciate you. Card da Dom. We appreciate you.
All right. Well, it is latest launch time. It's funny. I was looking at while we're doing this, Optic FOTL drops in Panini today. Dutch auction style drops in 45 minutes. So that'll sell out by the time this episode drops. Starts at $1,000 for Dutch auction.
Wow.
Yeah. This week, you've got Recon Basketball, 2 autos, a box, relatively cheap too. I want to say low to mid 2s. Star Wars Chrome from Topps. Topps Sterling Baseball, Topps Heritage Baseball, TriStar Hidden Treasures Autograph Basketball, Upper Deck Trilogy Hockey, Leaf Best of Basketball, Optic Basketball Fast Break. So quite a bit of stuff coming out this week. A couple baseball, basketball, a little bit of everything. No football this week, but hopefully I think next Wednesday you have Optic football. Yeah, you do next football. That's the next football release. So a lot of cool stuff between now and the end of May, where it's June, Memorial Day, Monaco.
My favorite time of the year.
Weekend.
Tyler's Penn State Nittany Lions battling for lacrosse title. Like, it's getting late early, as Jay would say.
Super late, super early. Love y'all. Appreciate you tuning in. Another good episode. Boom. Have
Appreciate
a
it,
day.
guys.
Peace and love.
Peace.